Tango. Hello guys, and welcome back to playing with Planetside 2 assets. I am your host, Alex S189, or just Alex, because that's my name. That makes sense. Now I'm going to take these glasses off because they're annoying me. They're hurting my ears underneath my headset, which I have on underneath my hood. So yeah, no seriousness, welcome back. Today what we are going to do is, you can kind of call it merging 3D renders with gameplay Mark II. Instead of using a shitty, shouldn't have said that, beep it, beep it. Yeah, instead of using a plane and having a fairly static shot, what we're going to do is we're going to try something new. I have a couple of examples here, so if you look over to the screen on your, that way, look at this. I'll basically be turning this, as you can see there, nice little shot of the galaxy, into this. Ignore the ramp. We're gonna take the ramp out because, ew, ew. There we go. Just make it nice and big again. We're gonna turn it into that. So let's get to it. First off, what you need is your footage. In this case, you're not meant to see that. In this case, I am using this footage I took in the VR on my Live Gamer HD. If it could just load, please. Okay, VLC's been temperamental. What you need for this is 3ds Max, obviously, or Maya, or Blender, I think. After Effects, CS5 or above, or 4 or above, and a script which I'm going to link in the description that way, below the video. Anyway, so how do we do this? First off, open up After Effects like I have here. And then basically just import your footage. So going from my secondary screen over here, import it. I'm going to delete it because I got like 2 or 3 of them. Okay, and then from the new footage, make new comp from selection. Okay, try click it, and then what you need to do, just simply go to Effect, Perspective, 3D Camera Tracker. Okay, fixed angle of view, and then let it do its thing. I'm going to cut until after it does it, because that's 400 frames, and I cannot be bothered sitting here doing nothing. Oh, it's done. Okay, cool. Alright, so once it's done, you'll see all these points appear. Look, in this case, a lot of them are on the back of the galaxy, which is quite helpful. And if you were to play back the animation, it follows these. Well, play back the video. Sorry, it follows these points. You're doing well. What you want to do is now, if I just load this back, is select the points that are there at the start, say the ones that most likely stay to the end. Okay, so we just do a magical thingamajig. So I'm just going to select the ones on the back of the gal and the ones by the wing. That, and I'm going to control and click this one as well, and this one. Now what you want to do, you want to right click once you've selected them, and create 50 nulls and camera. Right there. Now you'll see you have a bunch of nulls, all of which follow for playback a part in the galaxy. So that's it tracking. Okay. Now what we want to do, with all the nulls and the camera selected, go to File, Scripts, Run Script File, AE3D Export. I'll link it to you in the description. Switch to whatever program you use. I'll use 3ds Max. Save it as whatever you want. In this case, for me, it's Camtrack PS2, and then click Export. I'm not going to do this because it takes a little while. So, I'm going to close this down, and what it will do, it will save it to your desktop. In my case, I moved it to my Google Drive, so I'm going to be going there. Now, what you need to do is open up 3ds Max, go into Material Editor. Okay, right there. That's all the materials. And bring in the footage. The footage has to be AVI. My bad. You can use something like any video converter, Ultimate or something like that to convert it. There's a free version too. So I'm going to have to find. Where did I put it? Oh god, this ain't good. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Not good. Give me 2 seconds. This has been a bit of a shambles, hasn't it? Oops. Anyway, yeah, the file has to be an AVI file. So, yeah, the file has to be an AVI file before you import it. It won't import MP4s. So once you've imported the file, press 8 on your keyboard and just simply drag and drop. Drag the output of the bitmap onto the environment map file and click OK, and then use map. Instance, it has to be an instance. When it comes to environment mapping, you want it to be a screen. So now, that's what you see. And you go through the timeline. Okay. Now, you want to go to Match Script, Run Script. It would be in your desktop, but mine isn't. It is saved in my Google Drive, which is somewhere. Max Camtrack PS2 Galaxy, no, Camtrack 2. That's what I called it. So what the script will do, it'll run itself and it'll import these. You got camera and you got some nulls here, as you'll see here. Might just change it. Nope, no. I want to change to 3ds Max. Okay. Now, what you're gonna want to do is the following. Oh, I'm just gonna change this camera. Select the camera first. Go into link info under the hierarchy and just lock, move, rotate, and scale. There's a reason we're doing this, a very good reason, so we don't accidentally move it, because if we move it, we're in trouble. Okay, now what you want to do is select all the helpers, or the dummies even. Click on select and uniform scale. Switch to local, and then scale all of these down. And you'll see. Scale all of these down. And you'll see, the more we scale them down, the closer it gets to these. I'm going to increase the size a little bit so they're not absolutely tidgy. And you'll see, look, how close is that? And if we play back the footage, just watch the top viewport. The points are tracking it. How awesome is that? The camera, this camera, is actually moving with the environment. How awesome is that? Okay, now what we are going to do is save, because you know, just save the file as you would in your own workflow, as you probably developed one by now. I hope you have, at least. Because I'm only scratching the surface here, remember. I'm kind of pointing you guys in the right direction. This is 3D camera tracking. I'm just pointing you guys in the right direction. There are so many in-depth tutorials out there you can get for free that I've used these to learn. I'm just kind of pointing you in the right direction. So what we're going to do now, we're going to make a new point under the helpers tab. Right there. I'm going to center it. I'm going to bring the size to about 1. Okay, now we're going to select all of these and deselect the point, and just select and link to the point. What does this allow us to do? It just allows us to move everything around easily. And scale it up, which is quite important. So, there we go. So that's what we're doing. Okay, just do that and that. And make it around 90 degrees so I can see it. There's all the points like. Okay, now we're gonna import the model we want to put in. In this case, for me it's gonna be the Galaxy interior. So 3ds Max scenes, 2 scenes, vehicles, Galaxy. So I'm gonna import the Galaxy interior model I've got. I'll need to quickly edit it very slightly. For example, I'm going to remove all the lighting, going to remove the actual, well, the bulk of the body. Because I had the scene set up a while ago and I did something wrong, so there we go. Sorted. And I'm going to quickly change this because it's a Vano Sovereignty Gal. I'm going to change the Galaxy to a Vano Sovereignty Gal using the texture library I've built. I highly recommend you guys do this because it makes it so much quicker to apply textures to stuff, so you don't have to import the bitmaps every single time. Galaxy VS. There we go. I just have it set to that because I can't be bothered doing specular maps. Alright, I'm going to select everything here now and group them, call it Galaxy. And then we'll just move it over here, turn off grid snap, and just rotate. And then what we're going to basically do is match it up with the points, because the points here represent the points on the door. So we're going to match this up with this as much as possible, without having to resize first. I'm going to quickly switch to camera. Camera, please. Right, one thing to note, do everything on the first keyframe. This is the biggest pain in the ass I've ever had to put up with, because for some reason it's keyframing when I've got keyframing turned off, which is very strange, as you can imagine, and it's the most irritating thing ever. So what we're going to do, we're going to kind of align it up as close as possible, and then if you see here, the points aren't quite the same size, well, the door representation isn't quite the same size, so we're going to just scale it down a little. That looks about the same. So now what we're going to do is switch the rotation to local, and I'm going to just align it up. So my process here is scale it, get the scale right. I scale the camera, I don't scale the models, because if you scale the models, say you got a character, it's going to get awkward in it. So, and then align it up with this. I try and do one axis at a time, so right now I'm focusing on kind of doing the bottom bit first, and then I'm going to align the rest. So forget the bottom line first, and then I'll rotate it in the other axis. And try and have it so that all the points line up like this. So, there we go. Okay. You're probably sitting thinking, wait a minute, but this kind of does nothing at the moment. Don't worry. I'm a man with a plan. It doesn't look like it, does it? That it's going to make it look like an inside. It kind of just looks like it tilted over at the moment on here, but really, look, top view pop. It's looking beautiful. Okay, now we have that sorted. If I were to just play this back, it kind of merges, look. It's not bad. It's good. Now what we're going to do is, this is very cool. We are going to go into this viewport I've made. Go front. Yeah, I'll do. We're going to make a standard primitives new plane. Blah 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 blah. It likes to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. Okay. Next, we'll change the length segments to about 5 by 5. That'll do. Convert to editable poly, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the ones in the middle and just scale them down. Alright. And I'm going to just align these. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to weld these two. So I'll leave that as it is. Weld these three rather. So I'm going to just quickly weld these. These can weld too. Go over here. These can all weld. I'll go over here. These can all weld. Go over here. Two, and this can all weld. There. So that's the door frame. Now, can it not be awkward, please? Oh, and these can weld. Apologies for that. Why is 3ds Max awkward sometimes? So we'll move that back. Move it back. And then what we're going to do is select these and then move these back also. Now what I'm going to do is essentially I'm going to line up these vertices with the door. So these ones will align about there. This one will align around here. This one will align up to here. This one will go way, way back to here. Let's try and get it as close as possible. Like so. As close as possible. I'm here to share my secrets with the world. How am I here again? Let's go about there. There we go. Not too shabby. Now I'm going to bring these top polygons, well, not sorry, polygons, vertices forward. So I kind of hide this bit here. Okay, so it's kind of a mask and all you really see is this. Okay, now if I were to move the camera, so it's kind of looking at this point. Okay, and now we're going to apply material to this plane. I'm going to quickly shut this down. I believe the material name was a... Okay, you need to have mental ray turned on. Another point I forgot to mention, you need to have mental ray switched on. So Sign Render switch to mental ray, and NVIDIA iRay or mental ray or scanline if you want, as long as you have mental ray. So into material editor you want to bring in a matte, shadow and reflection map. Make a copy, or shift click to make a copy of your environment map. keep it on screen, and then drag and drop that into camera map background. Okay, and you can also set it to receive shadows and stuff as well. I'm gonna have that turned off, and then you just apply it to the plane. Voila. And if I'm gonna set up a quick render, I'm gonna just do it a bit smaller, so maybe quick render, and you'll see, hopefully, yeah, you can see already it's a little bit off, but this should sort of give you the idea. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go fix this now. How can we fix this? Bring it back a little. So it's kind of off. It's too far to the right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to group these. Can I group these? Close group, and I'll group these. I'm just going to move it to the right a little. Right, can you see it here? I offset it too much. In fact, I'll move it back ever so slightly. Because the mat's accurate. I know the mat's accurate. Alright, try that. Gonna quickly save a bit of time rendering. Render again. I'm gonna finish my turbo run. Let's try that. But you guys get the idea. It's just camera tracking, and you align it. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to leave this here because it's the same. It's just the same thing. It's just aligning it. So just do a few test renders, and you'll find points, and sort it. You might have to edit the mesh very slightly. I did have to last time. I'm gonna quickly save this. I'm gonna open up the other one just to show you. Yeah, the mic is turned on. I thought it wasn't for a second there. I just loaded this other one to show you. This is the one I made a video of, right here. So, if I were to play it, it's right here. Okay. And this works. I showed you it earlier. It's this one. Why is my PC's been so difficult recently? I'm gonna break it soon. Oh, sorry, I'm reaching my breaking point. There we go. So that was it. You can see it's a lot better, but then I resized the model very slightly just to make it work. So yeah, it's just lining it up and adjusting it. So yeah, that's how you do it. That's how I made that Galaxy video as well. So stuff like this, you can, if you really want to. I got bored, made a little crappy character animation. There we go. Just chill in my room, right here. It's a bit skewy because it was a failed test render, but stuff like that. It kind of looks like it's in there. That's the first test I did, but there's a couple of things that are off. But it kind of looks like it's there. But yeah, that's what kind of stuff this can be used for. So yeah, if you like this video, please leave a wee like down below. If you want to see more of it and you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button there. Click. Clickety click. Oops. Yeah. See you later, guys. I'm gonna be slightly inactive over the next few weeks because I have final examinations. Hence, massive textbook maths But yeah. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you next time. Alex is 29 signing off, I guess.